Hey everyone, before we dive into this amazing episode of Spoil Your Appetite, I just want to let you all know that you can now listen to Spoil Your Appetite on your favorite podcast app. So, if you have Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Stitcher, you can now listen to old or current episodes of Spoil Your Appetite. With that being said, let's get on with the episode. Hello and welcome to another episode of Spoil Your Appetite. I'm Tristan.
And I'm Brittney.
Alrighty, today is the day. Today is the day where we get this show on the road.
Can I quickly warn people that we're at least a little bit intoxicated?
You know, I was going to leave that part out, but since you mentioned it, why the hell
Well,
not?
because I feel like we should, in case like something crazy comes out of our mouths and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
So, yeah, don't hold us against it. Anywho. So, yeah, well, since you want to dive into that first. So, I've been drinking amaretto for a good hour or two. The bottle was halfway done. So, how about you?
Tristan told me that he drank half a bottle of whatever he just said, and to catch up, I had 4 shots in a row of Fireball.
See,
and I feel like I'm feeling it a lot more than he is right now.
That's my girl. That's my girl. See, this is why we're best friends.
Responsible alcoholics.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's what we should change this podcast name to. Responsible Alcoholics. Or you know what? We should make a separate podcast called Responsible Alcoholics, where we just drank and then we just talk about whatever. Like, it doesn't even have to be about geeky news or whatever.
I feel like that would expose us too much.
Would it though?
Like, yeah, I barely keep my mouth shut sober after 12, let alone drunk. So I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, we could talk about politics or whatever, right?
I don't like politics.
Well, me neither, but we can talk about it. We're intoxicated. It don't matter. Anyways, you know, we got a lot of shit to talk about, and what better way to, you know, celebrate the release of Endgame, Avengers Endgame, than, you know, talking about, you know, what, you know, we said we were going to do, and that is to rank all the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, all 22. Yes.
Yeah, can I just say that Tristan,
here we go.
after the last podcast, he started on his list, and he was like, man, this is actually hard. And I was like, no shit, of course it's hard. But then here I come. Like, I rewatched most of the Marvel movies before I saw Endgame just to be prepared. Yeah. So he had a tough time creating his list. I created my list in 3 seconds.
Right.
Because I rewatched most of them, and then he didn't want to add Endgame into the list. But then I was like, we just saw it, we gotta add it. So then he spent a solid minute trying to figure out where to put it. And then once he figured it out, he was like, no, it doesn't go there. And then spent another minute trying to figure out where it goes again. So let's just say I'm better at making lists, even though I don't know how to rank shit. Thank you.
And that was Brittney's TED Talk. Anywho, okay, first off, alright, since we're going to dive into that. Okay, first things first. Yes, I will admit, it was hard at first. You know, she's not wrong. I did say that when I was making the list. And, you know, gotta imagine this was 2 weeks ago. It was literally right after we finished the recording. That's when I started. And then, yeah, I said, yeah, this is pretty hard. But then as I started going through it, I was like, man, this shit is easy, actually. But you know what, Brittney, you're right. It was hard at first. But then, you know, just kind of sat in. The second thing about Avengers Endgame, I wasn't sure if you were ready to put it on your list or not, because I sure as hell wasn't.
Heck yeah, it was.
I mean, plus...
It came out. Why would you not be ready to put it on your list?
Well, because, first things first, you got me there, because I literally just saw it again today, so...
Exactly. This is your, third time seeing it?
This is the second time. Calm down now. I'm going to see it a third time next week. Calm down.
Exactly. I'm only seeing it once.
Okay, calm down. calm down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But yeah, and I'm intoxicated, so I didn't know where to put it on my list. But you know what?
Excuses.
After looking where I put it on my list, yeah, it seems about right. It seems about right. I think it's pretty fair where I put it on my list. But yeah. Anywho, all right, Brittney. With that out of the way, we're gonna do all 22 films of Endgame. And Brittney, you literally just said you watched like most of the movies.
Yeah, I watched Captain America: First Avenger all the way to Ant-Man in chronological order. Okay. Unfortunately, I couldn't get like past it because I went to see Endgame today, and now I don't see any point of finishing the chronological order because I already saw Endgame. So
right, so you might as well try and remember from memory or whatever. But alrighty, so we're gonna start from the bottom to the top, or do you want to do it from the top? The top or from the bottom? No, we're gonna do it from the bottom. All right.
Okay.
Brittney, start off with number 22 for you on your MCU rating.
Captain Marvel.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to go into that conversation. If you want to hear Brittney's thoughts, you can go back to the previous episodes. But just in case, if you're a new listener, just give your old recap of why it's like at the very bottom of your list.
Because it wasn't good. Yeah, like it just seemed like it was forced. Like they were just trying to basically shoot out an origin story in time for Endgame to come out, so that way we understood who the hell she was and weren't just like highly confused. So I feel like it was rushed and they just kind of like popped one out.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. So Captain Marvel at the very bottom of your list. There's literally no redeeming qualities from that movie for you, at least.
The only one is the cat.
Goose.
And
gotcha.
That's still not even like enough to make it higher than what it is.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, that's shit. I imagine that's everybody's 22. I imagine, but not me. Not this guy. My 22 second. The worst MCU movie for me. 22nd MCU movie, Iron Man 2.
What?
Yeah. Are you surprised?
No, not really.
Okay, I feel like I'm sure I've talked about why I hate Iron Man 2 so much. Like, look, I love Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Don't get me wrong, but everything else. Okay, so this was basically what you basically made up for Captain Marvel, where for Iron Man 2 it just felt like trying to build up to the Avengers or whatever, and yet we got a sloppy villain and we got a smutty little plot or whatever, and it just doesn't work for me. And I don't know, I can't. And that's the thing, they have these 22 marathon Marvel movies, and I'm like, I can't. If you're gonna make me watch Iron Man 2, you can forget it. You can fucking forget it. No way. You can, no, hell no. Alrighty, so 22. The worst for us, Brittney, you have Captain Marvel, I have Iron Man 2.
Yep.
What is the 21st movie for you? Or you know what, let me go first. My 21st movie, Thor: The Dark World.
Really?
Yeah, because it's one of those movies where you don't really remember what happens in that movie at all. Nothing ever.
I remember fully what happened in that movie.
Well, yeah, because you really literally just watched it a couple hours ago before you saw Endgame. But yeah, Thor: The Dark World. I just don't remember anything from it other than the Dark Elves and going through portals and shit like that. And the Dark Elves, and I know Loki, quote unquote, dies, fake dies or whatever, but that's about it. And nothing is just really memorable from that movie except for the performances from Loki, Tom Hiddleston as Loki and Chris Hemsworth as Thor. They're great. Everything else, don't really care for. Brittney, all right, what's yours?
Iron Man 2.
Wow. What a shot. Okay, hit me. What?
I
What?
didn't like the villain. I feel like Iron Man 2 should have never been made.
So you're basically kind of feeling what I'm feeling on that movie.
Yeah, like when I rewatched it, I was like, why is this here? Like, it's
Yeah.
literally just some person who is mad because he got, like, shielded out because of Tony Stark's father, and then
Yeah.
he just goes berserk, and I'm like, you're literally pointless. Like,
Yeah.
there should have been only 2 Iron Man movies, and that's Iron Man and Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
That is it.
If I could give you a high five, I so would right now. Alrighty. Going to number 20. What's yours?
Oh, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I liked it, but at the same time, I also feel like that was just kind of like a filler.
Yeah. Okay. I totally see where you're coming from.
Like, I'll definitely rewatch it again. It's not like it's one of those that I'm like, I'll never rewatch this.
Right.
I just think it's a filler. And the only good thing about that movie is it's telling you where the hell they were when Thanos snapped.
Yeah, definitely. Number 20 on my list is The Incredible Hulk. It's one of those movies where you forget about it, but when you rewatch it, it's somewhat enjoyable, but at the same time, you're just like, I could skip this and I wouldn't even care. I mean, it was the early stages of the MCU, and it's kind of one of those movies where you just kind of forget about it at the same time. It's like, I mean, Edward Norton's is great and whatnot. Everybody is fine, I guess. Action scenes are cool or whatever, but you just kind of just don't care about the movie in general. It's just like, It's one of those Phase 1, movies that's just like, I mean, I think the only credit we can give it is it's probably the best Hulk movie there is, honestly. But
Yeah.
that's about it. Alrighty, moving on to number 19. Number 19 is Ant-Man and the Wasp. And basically, my reason for it is basically what Brittany just said. So, yeah, no, this is like, but it's not forgettable. It is enjoyable. There are fun moments in it, but at the same time, you're just like, all right, we're just here to see, this is the movie after Avengers: Infinity War, but okay, whatever. All right, Brittany, what's your number 19?
Thor.
The first Thor movie?
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Origin stories kind of just don't do it for me. Like, I understand why they're needed and everything, but like, he was basically a bratty kid. His father taught him a lesson, and then he found the love of his life in that lesson.
Oh.
And then, like, it just, I don't know, it dragged for me. Like, when I was rewatching it, I was like, did I even actually like this when I first saw it? And I remember that the answer was no. So that's why.
Right.
That's why it's there.
Totally. Alrighty. So we're on to number 18. Number 18 on my list is the first Ant-Man movie. It's a nice, what's it called? A heist movie, but I mean, it's good. It's a nice introduction to the character. It's Scott Lang and not Hank Pym. I'll give the movie credit for that. I like that, Hank Pym has been around in the MCU universe or whatever. So, yeah, it's good, but, it's enjoyable at best. But, I mean, I think it is better than the second movie, of course. But, yeah, it's fun, but, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could have, I don't know how you make a better movie with Ant-Man, but then again, I would have maybe it would have been higher on my list if it was directed by Edgar Wright. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because, I recently, I think it was a couple years ago, I got into Edgar Wright movies. And so, but you can kind of feel the Edgar Wright, flavor in the movie. But, I mean, again, it was still enjoyable at best. All right, Brittany, you're number 18. Brittany, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Hang on, I had to count because I lost my place.
Okay. I was going to say, she hung up on me.
No. The Incredible Hulk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because, like, again, I mean, I agree with what you say, how, like, you could just completely pass over it and you wouldn't even notice that it's gone, because, like,
Right.
it's not even Mark Ruffalo playing it. The reason why
Yeah.
it's where it's at is because while I was watching it, I realized that even to this day, the CGI is actually pretty damn good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Because, like, back in the day, it was probably spectacular, but, like, watching it today with all of the skills and, like, stuff that we have learned,
Yeah.
seeing the Hulk come out and it look, like, clear and crisp and actually pretty damn good was a surprise for me, because I was waiting for, like, not pixelated, but, like, not very good, you know?
Right.
And I forgot that they showed the Hulk that much, because you would think, like, back in the day, with the CGI not so good, they would try and, like, show him a bit, but, like, not fully, you know?
Right, totally.
And so that's why it's there, is because the CGI won me over.
Gotcha. Well, that's not bad. Alrighty, we are on to number 17? 17.
Yeah.
Alright. So you just went, I guess I'll go. Number 17 on my list, Captain Marvel. I mean, I didn't think it would be this low, but, you know, with 22 movies out there, you know, I enjoyed it. I really dug it. I like that, you know, it was a new origin story, and, you know, it does feel like, you know, that flavor of the first phase movies or whatever of the MCU movies, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not going crazy over it, but, you know, all the marketing that I saw for it, I wasn't going crazy over it. But when I finally saw it and, you know, walked out of the theater, I was like, you know what? That was more enjoyable than I thought it would be. You know, I only have one gripe with the movie, but that's about it. Everything else, I'm like, it was pretty solid. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I like to see more. I mean, sure, Captain Marvel was a bit OP, but I don't know how you go forward with someone who's so fucking OP like that. But okay, I enjoy it. Alrighty. So, yeah. Number 17 for you, Brittany.
Thor Ragnarok.
Wow, okay. No love for Thor, apparently. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. Okay.
So, I felt like this movie was forced as well. Like, with the jokes and the timing and stuff. Like, again, I didn't get to rewatch it, so I'm going off of the first time that I saw it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember just kind of walking out and thinking that it was one of those Marvel movies that was just trying to be too funny.
Right.
And, like, funny is great. Like, don't get me wrong, but trying to be funny doesn't come off right. And so, like, I like the visual style and, like, all that fun stuff with, like, the Hulk and shit, but just the trying to be funny was what put it where it is.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, damn. Alright. I forget, you weren't a fan of it, so the humor was too much, is what you would say.
Yeah, they were trying too hard.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Well, it's your list. Alrighty. Number 16. Number 16.
And that would be Captain America: First Avenger.
For you. Wow, okay. Dang.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
This is here because rewatching it, I was somewhat bored.
Okay.
Like, the interesting part was when he got changed into the superhuman, and then
that's where it picks up for you, basically.
Yeah, and then it kind of like just goes through the motions again until Bucky ultimately like falls.
Right.
And then you're kind of like sucked back in because you're like, oh shit, Bucky's dead. But then that's the end of the movie, so.
Yeah. Oh, so after Bucky dies, nothing else really hooks you.
I mean, I guess, like, I just, when I think of Captain America: First Avenger, I just think of, like, a slow-ass movie.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Okay, alright. Nothing wrong with that. Wow, okay. Gotcha. All right, number 16 on my list. Avengers: Age of Ultron. You know, I feel like Avengers: Age of Ultron is one of those movies where it has its good moments, but then there's other moments where it's like, all right. But at the same time, it's like it's still enjoyable. I still get a kick out of seeing the whole ensemble teaming up and whatnot. Them kicking ass and all that business. And James Spader as Ultron, the voice of Ultron, is pretty damn awesome. Honestly, I mean, it's a great casted. But I will say, it's the little moments like killing off Quicksilver. If you were expecting me to feel something, you totally failed, because I wasn't as interested in the character, because it's like, oh, they're siblings, but that's about it. And now he's dead. He saved Hawkeye out of all the Avengers. I mean, okay, you didn't see that coming. I mean, I kind of did, honestly, because it just whatever.
Do you remember when I made that? I believe I sent it to you, that Quicksilver joke, because it was when I was still working at Kohl's when that movie came out.
Oh, man.
And one of the rugs that I saw was called Quicksilver, and I was like, damn, he dies just to make a rug out of him.
Whoa. I don't remember that, but that's pretty damn funny. That's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So that's number 16 for me.
Oh, number 15 for me is Doctor Strange.
Wait, are we on 16 or 15?
I think we changed to 15 because I already told you mine.
Oh yeah, Avengers. I mean,
Captain America.
Yeah. Okay, so we're on 15.
Yeah. Mine's Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I'm not sure why I put it there, but I just know that like something inside me was like, put it there.
It's too trippy for me. I don't understand the magic. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, I get like he's like training and stuff. It's this whole like origin movies. Like I like origin movies and they're cool, but like when it comes down to it, the movies where like all of them are together are just way more better than the origin movies.
Okay. Gotcha.
I've also noticed that most of my list, the things that I have recapped on are at the top, which is interesting.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're on 15. Number 15 for me. It's gonna be a shocker for it being so high on my list. Iron Man 3. I mean, it's not bad. Like, I don't understand why people bash this movie. Like, okay, if your only complaint about this movie is the whole Mandarin twist, first things first, are you sure this is why you think this is the worst movie ever, just because of that Mandarin twist? If that's your big gripe, first of all, I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit, because there's no way in hell I'm supposed to expect you to be like, yeah, you're a real Mandarin like fan or whatever. It's like, who the fuck cares about the Mandarin? Like, you gotta be like, I don't know, like all these like people my age or whatever. Like, and I know there's like 1% of people who are invested in Mandarin or whatever, but all these other people bitching about the whole Mandarin twist, it's like, you act like you're the biggest Mandarin like fan ever. Get out of here. Like, this movie is like far better than Iron Man 2, because first of all, alright, sure, the villains are like not great or whatever, but the fact that Tony Stark is dealing with PTSD and actually going to space and sacrificing himself after the events of the Avengers, like, that's pretty damn cool, honestly. Like, that's cool that, we got that continuity and that he's dealing with this struggle of like, I just went to space, I could have died right then and there and whatnot. Like, come on, that was the best part about Iron Man, just him dealing with that and whatnot. And, seeing all those Iron Man suits, come on, that was like pretty fucking awesome. Even though at the end of it, he's like, I'm gonna blow it all up. Sure enough, he gets more suits than the like Avengers: Age of Ultron. But yeah, come on, like, get over the Mandarin twist. Like, it's not, like, I just don't understand how one specific thing in a movie can ruin your whole experience with a movie. Like, that's kind of, I mean, I get it. For certain movies, I'm sure there are movies that I feel like there are certain parts, there's like one specific thing that makes me hate a movie, but I can't think of one. But like Iron Man 3, that whole Mandarin thing, I'm like, come on, that's kind of stupid to be like, oh, it's the worst MCU movie because the Mandarin twist. You act like you're the biggest Mandarin like fan ever. Get out of here. But yeah, that's number what was it, 15? 15 for me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your 14?
What did you say? 15?
Yeah, mine's Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. All right, number 14. Wow, I'm.
Yeah. You need to remember this.
Yeah, really. I get so educated or whatever. All right, number 14 on my list. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Mine too.
Really? That is awesome. Okay. Let me start first. I don't know. I mean, I do like the whole father aspect of it. You know, I did love the whole, you know, I didn't see it coming with him being like, his father being like, it's too bad I put that tumor in your mother's head. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I did not see that coming. And I felt like that kind of earned it. Like, it just came out of left field, and it's just like, what the fuck? It's enjoyable, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know why it's at the bottom. It's just like, Maybe it's because that, you know, first Guardians of the Galaxy movie was so damn great that it was just so new that I'm just like, maybe I was kind of having that expectation of like, I hope it's as good as the first one or better. Maybe that's why it affected it, but overall, I still get a kick out of watching it. I mean, Kurt Russell as Ego the Living Planet, and the fact that we got to see the face, like the Ego the Living Planet, when they show the planet and there's the face on it, I lost my mind. I was like, it'll never get better than this. And that's the thing I love about these movies, these comic book movies. They always tend to surprise me. Like, there's always something I'm like, every time I hear something so obscure that they're going to do in the movies, I'm like, we're actually going to see this in a live action movie? Like, just recently, just getting off topic, but it is James Gunn related or whatever. Apparently, James Gunn casted an actor who's going to play Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad movie.
Oh, I saw you repost on Twitter.
Fucking Polka Dot Man. What kind of... I mean, okay, you know what? It's James Gunn. As if I wasn't on board already with his Suicide Squad movie. I am so fucking ready to see what he does with, of all fucking characters, Polka Dot Man. Like, okay. Alright. So, Brittany, why is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on your list?
So, kind of the same reasons as you, like... Well, first, I thought the beginning of it was kind of cool to see that they were still kind of guarding the galaxy, even though, like, there wasn't even, like, a really huge threat. They were kind of just basically the police of the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, Rocket stealing the, like, battery... I'm like, you just called upon a war that didn't need to be done.
Right.
And
seriously. What's up, Rocket?
Because, like, Ego would have come to them either way. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And like, the whole fight with Ego, I mean, it was, as cool as it was, I still, like, I don't know, like, when they brought Pac-Man into it, I was like,
oh, yeah.
You're just reaching for the younger kids now.
I'm sorry, but I actually love that. I thought that was, like, so fucking hysterical. I couldn't, because I totally forgot he does mention Pac-Man in the movie somewhere. It's like, I'm gonna make weird shit. Like, you have no idea. Like, and then sure enough,
I remember.
Oh my god.
I remember the first time I watched it, I was shocked when he said, I put the tumor in your mom, and then when Groot quote unquote died.
Right.
That's the 2 points I was shocked at, but when I recapped it, I was not really interested, and the only time I looked up from my phone was when Groot was dying.
Right. Oh my
God.
That's right. Being crushed to death almost.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
So
die, baby.
That is why it's where it's at.
Okay. Alright. Now we're on to number 13.
Yes, and I chose Black Panther.
Wow. Okay. Wow. This is
Yeah.
what an interesting list. All
Yeah,
right.
I put it there because one, I just can't put it above Spider-Man. Like, I just
Oh,
can't.
okay. Okay.
And
I see.
at the same time, like, I rewatched Black Panther, I'd be, like I said, I rewatched
The recent
Mother.
ones, the recent MCU movies.
Yeah, like, so I feel like because I didn't rewatch it, I still understand what happened, and I remember kind of like my initial walking out of it was like, it was good. Like, I'd
Mm.
rewatch it again. I'd
Right.
rewatch
Right.
all of these again.
Totally. Totally.
What?
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So my number 13.
Second?
What now? Oh. Oh.
What?
My my number 13 is. Oh, we're on 13. Okay. My number 13 is the first Thor movie. I mean, had I not watched it a couple years ago, this movie probably would have been like lower in like probably would have been like low or whatever. But since I watched it like a couple years ago, it's it's very I don't know. I feel like it's one of those movies that's very underrated. Isn't really appreciated as much. I mean, because I remember when I first saw it, and I was like, this movie came out in what 2011, so I was about 15, maybe 14 or so. And the first time I saw it, I wasn't about it because I was like, oh, it's all set in the, set in one setting or whatever, and blah blah blah. But after I rewatched it, I was like, there's a bigger message in this, and I really like that. He's trying to be what he's meant to be. He's very arrogant. He's trying to learn the lessons or whatever. I really dug that, and they're just trying to. There's this sense of like Thor and Loki trying to impress their father and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the scene of where the scene after he comes and beats the shit out of the frost giants, and Odin shows up. He's like, "Stop it! Like, knock it off!" And he tries to reason with the frost giants or whatever. And he comes back home, and Odin is like, "You are a fiend, a cruel boy or whatever." And Thor is just like, "And you're just an old man that's just like, not ruling or whatever." And Odin just takes the hammer away from him. He's like, "You're just not worthy anymore." And it's just like the Thor has to learn, he has to learn that, to be worthy, you have to learn when right is from wrong or whatever. And I really dug
Yeah.
that. And the first time he's going to look for the hammer, and he's like, "Oh, ho, ho, ho! I'm going to take the hammer because I'm worthy or whatever." Sure
Mm-hmm.
enough, he tries to lift that hammer. He can't do it because he's not worthy.
Right.
And that anger, the anger you see in Thor's face of like I'm worthy, like I am, like he just in so much pain or whatever, and just I don't know. I feel like that Thor first movie is like very underrated, and it just needs to be appreciated more because it's more than what people think. Like honestly. So yeah, that's my number 13. Mm-mm-mm. Alrighty, number 13 on Brittany's list. She's probably counting it right now.
I already said it. It's Black Panther.
Did you?
Yeah, because I'm on 12 now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I just counted. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Alright.
You
Alright.
need to remember this. If you're going to go last, you need to remember
13.
this.
Wait, what was your number 13?
Black Panther.
Okay. That's right. Alright, so number 12. Number 12, I'll start with.
Okay.
With number 12, so I don't forget. Thor Ragnarok. Now, I like the first Thor movie, don't get me wrong. But I feel like ever since they reinvented Thor and adding in the humor, I feel like this is where it fits in with the Thor character, because I feel like Chris Hemsworth does the comedic chops very well, And granted, when I first saw it, I was like, I don't feel the need to see it again. I mean, I probably would see it again because I really dug that, Doctor Strange played a part in it to find Odin, and, I liked it, and the fact that Hela is the sister of Loki and Thor, that was pretty damn cool. And Thor losing an eye was pretty awesome, and we saw Surtur, like, that was pretty awesome. And I don't know, I like this, like, little road trip movie that we kind of got between Hulk and Thor and everybody else, and it was pretty good. And that we saw Hulk basically be a toddler was pretty awesome. It just kind of made sense to me that he was kind of this big baby or whatever. So I dug that a lot, but I'll be honest, when I first saw it, I was like, I don't need to feel to see it again. Thor was never one of those characters that I was like connected with. I always liked him. I do like him, but he's not my favorite. He's probably my least favorite of the top 3 Avengers or whatever. But yeah, that's just me. Alrighty.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh wow, I for sure thought this would be in your top 10.
Yeah, but like, again, like, I rewatched in chronological order.
Right.
And I didn't, like, literally Spider-Man Homecoming was so close. Like, I had to get through Ant-Man and then Civil War and then Homecoming.
Right.
It was so close to being rewatched.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Spider-Man Homecoming. And I appreciate it, and I'll watch it again 1,000 times over because Tom Holland, good God. But, like, the villain just didn't do it for me. Like,
Call me shocked. Like, literally. I am. Okay.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, because the whole reason why he's angry is because he got out of a job because Stark hired new people to clean up, like, the Avengers messes.
Right.
And so the original cleanup crew got angry, and he ended up, like, getting alien equipment and started selling that. And I remember the kind of, like, huge shock was when we found out that he was actually her father, which is kind of insane because I feel like everybody should have seen that coming.
Right.
But, like, nobody did.
Right. Totally.
And so, like, that's kind of why it's basically in the middle, because, like, it still has that shock factor, but at the same time, the villain just did not do it for me, because the only reason why he became a villain is because he basically got fired, and if we all did that, then we'd all be villains.
Right. Gotcha. Alrighty. Shit. Damn, well, there goes my speculation. I for sure thought that would be in your top 10, but I guess not. Hell, I would have even said that would have been in your top 5, because I know you love Spider-Man Homecoming a lot.
I love Spider-Man in general.
Well, that too. But Tom Holland is your favorite Spider-Man, apparently.
No.
Oh,
See,
really?
That's where you're getting it wrong. I love Tom Holland because he's cute and adorable and he's the perfect Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire will always be my Spider-Man and my favorite Spider-Man because he's what I grew up on.
Gotcha. Like many other people. That's good.
Exactly.
That's good.
I am true to my childhood.
Right, totally. Alrighty, number 11. Wow, we're getting to the top 10 almost. Number 11 on my list. Gotta go with Doctor Strange. I mean, first of all, I just gotta say, I'm so glad Joaquin Phoenix wasn't casted as Doctor Strange. Because, maybe it's because I've never actually seen a Joaquin Phoenix movie ever, but I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where I'm like, he doesn't have to look, and it's very rare that I say that. He doesn't look like a character. Like, I'm the last person to say that, but I'm sure he's a great actor. But the fact that they got Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, Dr. Stephen Strange, I thought was great. I love that they stayed true to the comics, where he loses his hands, and he basically is kind of like Tony Stark in a way. He has that mannerism, full of himself, and he loves knowledge and whatnot. And I just love that they just like leaned into the trippiness or whatever. And I love that the fact that they were very inspired by, as far as the visuals go, very inspired by those like very early like 60s Doctor Strange comics or whatever. And I love seeing behind the scenes of the like Kevin Feige and all those people saying, very inspired by the Jack Kirby stuff and all that business. It just felt right, and I adored it. And for me personally, I'm gonna say it's probably my favorite ending to any MCU with the whole Dormammu thing, because I was like, that is fucking genius, and it just felt natural to me that Doctor Strange would go out of his way and be like, yeah, I can do this a million times, because Dormammu has never experienced with time or whatever, and I just love that whole thing. It was just so new and refreshing that I dug it so much, and I love Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One. Just felt right, and I dug it a lot. I thought everything was so great, and all the trippiness was great, and I loved it. And the fact they added like what the Time Stone can do or whatever. So yeah.
Mm.
All right, time to get in the top 10. Make me proud, Brittney. Oh wait, I think I know what your top 10 is. I think I know what your number 10 is.
I didn't go to my 11th.
Oh, you didn't?
No, you're just forgetting about me now, and that's sad.
Did I start first? Are you sure?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, what was your number 11? I'm sorry.
Ant-Man.
Wow. Holy shit, I forgot. Holy crap, really?
Yeah.
What is it about Ant-Man that makes it so high on your list?
Well, I rewatched it.
Well, that too, but still, like, I didn't think it would have that much power to it, but okay.
Okay, so when I say I rewatched it, I basically watched half of it because I had to leave in time to make it to the movie.
Right.
So I watched half of it.
Okay.
But, like, during that half, it was kind of, like, cool to see him. Because, like, every hero that has the origin story is basically already good. Like, or they're already, like, privileged in some way.
Right.
Scott, however, is like a convict, and he's just looking for a second chance.
Right.
And that's what the doctor gives him. He gives him a second chance to become a hero and, like, somebody that something needs. And so, like, that kind of twist on how somebody becomes a superhero is pretty cool. And then, like, it goes through the whole process of them, like, him learning how to like use his powers and learn it, which I know Iron Man doesn't, but like Iron Man has all the time in the world because he's a billionaire, whereas Scott literally doesn't, because he's racing against the clock to try and get the Yellow Jacket suit away from the evil guy.
Oh, right.
Right. And so, like, going through that whole process and, like, trying to figure it out, and, like, all while everybody kind of has their doubts about you, just kind of, like, resonated with me. And I don't know, like, I said, I only watched half of it over again, but I remember walking out of Ant-Man the first time, like, that was actually a pretty good movie, like, an origin movie. Like, it was actually pretty good.
Huh, okay, alright. Wow. Ant-Man above Spider-Man Homecoming, that is crazy.
Yeah, I know, it was really hard. Like, everything that's above Spider-Man, I feel so bad for, but, like, at the same time...
Oh my god.
Like, at the same time, it's like, but it is, though.
Right. I got you.
I feel bad, although I really hope Far From Home is going to be number 2 later. So.
Alright, since I jumped ahead, what's your number 10?
My number 10 is Captain America Winter Soldier.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, because I believe Winter Soldier is before Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Either that or before Avengers Age of Ultron. I can't remember, but...
These timelines are so confusing.
Yeah, I kept having to look at it list to make sure I was going in proper chronological order.
Right.
But yeah, like, I rewatched it, and it was kind of, like, intriguing, because, like, when I watch something at home, like, when I watch a movie at home, it's a struggle to kind of keep my mind from wandering and like going to my phone, which it normally does, but like during basically all the movies up from here, I wasn't on my phone very often. Like, of course, I'd go on during like the slow times, but like during the times where it was needed, like I wasn't on my phone. Like it kept my attention. Like I was always there, and like just the fact that Bucky gets reintroduced was really, really cool. And like when Steve recognizes it's him, he tries to save his friend, which I'm sure a lot of people would do, but like at the same time, you know that some people would just be out to like stop them, you know?
Oh yeah, totally.
And then like you can see the transition of Bucky as he's like remembering who he is and like what he's done and like all this stuff and who Steve Rogers is. And I don't know, it warmed my heart when Captain America finally kind of like pulled him out of his like slumber.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay. All right. Damn. I guess I'm about to find out. All right. So I think I might know what your number 9 is. Okay. So number 10 for me, I gotta go with Captain America: The First Avenger. I mean, it was one of those movies where when I was first introduced to Captain America, I was so interested in it because this was literally, if you remember correctly, I don't know if you saw this in the theater, but I remember when it first came out, and this was like literally before the Avengers was coming out. This was the movie before Avengers, and this was Captain America: The First Avenger. And I don't know what it was, but I just felt connected with this character of just doing the right thing, and the fact that, you know, he's doing what he can. He loves his country. He'll do anything for it. And the best moment in that movie is where, you know, Tommy Lee Jones's character throws a fake grenade, and, you know, Steve Rogers immediately like puts his body over it, and right then and there they just knew that he was the one to be the super soldier or whatever, because he would die for the country. He'd do anything to protect everybody else, and just feeling this need of doing what's right. And I think it was that moment where I just felt like this is my favorite character of the whole MCU. It's just that morals and his like compassion and just feeling this need of doing what's right no matter what. And god damn it, I can't see anybody else playing Steve Rogers than Chris Evans, because he just nails that role for me. And that's why Captain America has always been my favorite like MCU character. So I thoroughly enjoy it. And the whole, first of all, the fact that Red Skull looks amazing. Like the makeup on him is just great. I can't get over it. And the action scenes are great. That damn shield is so like imaginative. I love everything about it, and the whole romance between Steve and Peggy Carter. It's just, oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. I ship them for sure. Oh my god. But yeah, and yeah, so that's my number 10. Alrighty.
All right. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We're gonna stick with Captain America, and we're gonna go this time with Civil War.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
God, now I'm scared to. Wow, I for sure thought it would be something else, but okay. All right, explain.
Okay, so again, I didn't get to watch recap on this one, but like what I remember from it, I was really invested to see what would happen between Tony and Captain America, especially after Tony found out that Bucky's responsible for killing like his parents, you know? Like
Yeah.
It was kind of just, it kept me intrigued the whole time. And granted, I saw all of these in the movie theater. Like, so I was in, like, I don't look at my phone in the movie theater because that's rude as fuck. Don't ever do that.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like a test of a movie is, like, when you get it home
Mm-hmm.
and like you want to watch it. And like I was really looking forward to watching Civil War. Like I remember I was looking on my list to see where it was,
Mm-hmm.
and, like in the chronological order. So like that's why it's so high, is because I remember looking forward to watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like the other ones were kind of just like, oh, okay, this is next.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like this one was kind of one of those like, I remember what happens. I remember I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah, yeah. Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
so yeah, like I mean, yeah, some of the stuff kind of might be a little dragged on if I remember, but like
Right.
the fight scene at the plane was beautiful, especially since it introduced Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But like it brought everybody together, and like seeing everybody together, you realize that they're on separate teams at that like point, but you know eventually they're gonna all come together and be as one. So it kind of like introduces everybody to everyone.
Yeah.
So really, Captain America: Civil War is what started the whole Avengers, like where it's not just the original people, it's everyone.
Yeah, yeah. Totally, totally. So the
You
only
hate my selections, don't you?
no, I'm just I keep thinking, okay, this is the movie that's gonna be on this number. Really? And I'm just so shocked. I'm like, okay, all right. So here we go with number, what's it called? Are we on 9?
9.
9. Okay. Number 9. The first Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh my god. Okay, first of all, I'm sure I've told this story, but I'll tell it again. I remember the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie was coming out. And I was one of those people who was like, I don't really want to see it, you know. It looks cool and all the fantasy, it's all in space or whatever. And sure enough, you know, it wasn't until I got on Facebook and I see all these people who, you know, I would say aren't as invested as I am in this MCU universe. And I saw people talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, and, you know, this is like before Star Wars came back, of course. This was the Star Wars of this generation or whatever. And I was like, what are they talking about? And so I was like, you know what? It's a Marvel movie. And you gotta realize, you know, when this movie came out, I was like up in the mountains. I was living in the mountains. We didn't have a theater. We had a theater, but it only had like 2 screens, and that was it. But I decided, you know what the hell? I'm going to go and see Guardians of the Galaxy because, you know, it's Marvel and it's something new. I can appreciate that. Walked out of it. I was like, holy shit, that was fucking unbelievable. That was great. Holy crap. Like, I had so much fun with it. From the soundtrack to the new characters, you know, I Am Groot's, like, the fact that they made a talking tree a character, like an invested character that you're into, and all these characters were great. I loved it. I mean, yeah, Ronan is like, whatever, but it's that dynamic between the team that I'm just like, oh my god, like, this is great. Like, this is where I was like, you know what? I was like, I want more of this. Like, I want new characters from movies like this, from comics or whatever. I want more of this. Please give me more of this. I love it. And, you know, Peter Quill's backstory about his mother and, you know, being taken to space as a child, and oh my god, it was great. I loved it. Holy crap. And we got to be in other planets. Like, we only went to Earth for like 1 minute or 3 minutes, and that was it. Everything else, we're on different planets. The colors, the palette colors or whatever, and just the look of it, of all these different planets and whatnot. And it was just great. It was so much fun, and that soundtrack is, oh my god, it's so great. I love it. It was just something new and exciting, and you just couldn't, like, shake the feeling that, you know, Marvel Studios knows what they're doing when it comes to storytelling. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's number 9 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So number 8 for me is Iron Man 3.
That's incredible. That's pretty awesome. Do tell why, Brittany. You know what? I don't even care. Like, honestly, I totally forgot that you haven't mentioned Iron Man 3. Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is
because I
amazing.
rewatched it.
Well, that probably added into a factor. But yeah,
Yeah.
tell us why,
So
Brittany.
I remember coming out of the theater the first time I watched it, and I was like, "This is actually a pretty good movie."
Mm-hmm.
Like, um, well, it was definitely better than Iron Man 2 because Iron Man 2 sucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like the villain was well thought out. He actually had a reason to be angry,
Mm-hmm.
kind of, because like Tony Stark flat out ignored him and
Right.
just did
Right.
not care for him.
Totally.
And so, like, I mean, his idea would have been great if he was actually trying to help the world, but he was not. He was an evil person.
Yeah.
But like, just the whole idea of people blowing up and like Iron Man trying to fix it, and like you said, he was like trying to also get over his PTSD and like
Yeah.
learn how to cope with it.
Yeah.
And for a while, he had to learn how to be without his suit. Basically, he had to
Right.
learn how to live life without his suit because Jarvis shut down. So that also meant his suit shut down.
Yeah. Totally. Totally.
So like it kind of like I liked it because it showed the struggle of not only like PTSD but like him trying to cope as a normal human being who has to wear a Dora watch and like rely on people like a little kid and like people around him to survive. And then at the same time, like, yeah, he gets his suit back in the end, but like he realizes, I believe this movie is where he realizes that you don't need a suit to be something great, which is what he then tries to teach to Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Ah, that makes me happy, honestly. Number 8, that on your list, that truly makes me happy because I know if I talk to anybody else who is invested in these movies, I feel like if they were to rank it all, Iron Man 3 would be like in the top like 20 or whatever, maybe at the bottom. But that truly makes me happy that Iron Man 3 is number 8 on your list. Oh my god. All right, so now we're on to number 7.
No, you didn't do your eighth one.
I didn't.
No.
Oh, sorry. My number 8. Oh yeah, because I didn't have time to change all the numbers, so I'm just like, okay, one above. Okay, so number 8 for me, gotta go with my boy, Spider-Man: Homecoming. I mean, look, I'm not. Look, I know as far as live action goes, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to say Spider-Man: Homecoming for me personally is the best Spider-Man movie like ever. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Like, yeah, I grew up with the Tobey Maguire movies, but I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is that doesn't have me like saying, Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man movie. I feel like Spider-Man Homecoming is the best because of the fact that, Spider-Man has always been written as a teenage character or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that these movies so far are dealing with him being Spider-Man and being a teenager in school really captured my imagination. And you know I love him as Spider-Man. I really do. From the quips to everything else to that suit. Oh my god, the suit. I just personally, for me, it's the best Spider-Man suit live action ever because yeah, it doesn't have like the outer like webs on the suits or whatever, but I'm just like, that is very classic Spider-Man design, and yet it fucking works. And oh my god, I can't get over how great it is. And for me, the villain does work. I mean, not only is it played by the great Michael Keaton, but for me personally, I mean, I've told this story before, but I just didn't think about it at all when it's revealed that Peter's homecoming date, Liz, her father is the Vulture or whatever. I didn't
Yeah.
see that coming, and it's one of those moments where I'm like, how the fuck did this not get leaked online? I'll never know. And that's kind of one of those things where I'm like, I will never forget the first time I've ever like seriously reacted like like no fucking way, like Like, this is like the best like reveal in like at least in an MCU movie that I've ever seen, or any other movie where it just caught me off guard. That I was like, holy shit, no way.
Really,
And
even with the new movie out,
with
Endgame.
well, wait, what now?
You said that the shock of the dude being the girl's father was the biggest shock in Marvel, and I said even with Endgame.
Yes,
in the running.
Also, than Endgame, and we'll get into it later on the show. But that was the moment where I was just like, nothing. I don't think anything will ever top this for me because of the fact that I should have seen this coming. And the fact that you see his wife, it's like, oh my god, of course. Like, of course. I'm so fucking stupid because, you know, there are, like, mixed racial, like, couples or whatever. I'm just like, and it's because we don't see that as much in, like, at least not in mainstream movies or whatever that I can think of. But, like, I was just like, god damn it, this was so brilliant. And that whole tension scene where the dad is dropping off Liz and Peter to homecoming, I was like, god damn it. And you can just see it on his face. He's puzzling together that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh my god, you just too much tension, too much. And I mean, Michael Keaton as fucking Vulture is like, it was great. I remember first hearing he was going to be in Spider-Man Homecoming, I'm like, fuck, you guys got a great actor. I mean, yeah, we all know him as Batman, but no, have you seen his other work? This dude can act, and he was given the script was great, everything was great, you know, Peter trying to live up to what Tony Stark is, and that whole moment of trying to, you know, be the hero that he can be, and the whole dynamic between him and Tony Stark, and oh my god, I just loved it. And Happy Hogan was in it too. What was it? Tony Stark's little guy, not butler, but like his assistant. He was in it. He was great, and I just loved everything about it. I was just like, this, I love it. It's the best, for me at least, the best live action Spider-Man ever. Like, I can't get over it. I never knew this is what I needed from a Spider-Man movie, but yeah. So that's number 8 on my list. God, cannot believe that. Alrighty.
So number 7 on my list is Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Okay.
You seem so shocked with every one I give.
Well, I'm just waiting for the one movie I'm like, I cannot believe this is higher on her list. Like, okay. All right. Avengers Age of Ultron, number 7. Why is that?
Well, one, I rewatched it. Like, some of these are biased because I rewatched it.
Gotcha.
But, like, rewatching it, because, like, when I watched it the first time, if I remember correctly, because it's been a while, it was kind of one of those, like, it was a good movie. They all assembled. And, like, then they got the 2 new people, and then the one guy, Quicksilver, that we barely even got to know, and then he died. Whatever.
Right.
But, like, I like the villain in this, because...
okay.
Like, one, he knew not to go on his huge spiel of what he was gonna do, because he's not fucking stupid.
Right.
And, like, he knew the Avengers in and out, so... He was, like, one of, probably, other than Thanos, one of the harder villains to beat.
Right.
Because, like, he had the, is it called vibranium? Vibranium steel.
Yeah. Vibranium, yep.
As a body and, like, all that stuff. So, I don't know, he just became harder to beat, and, like, that's what I liked, because it actually gave the Avengers a challenge.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying, like, the alien army wasn't challenge, or wasn't a challenge, or... Thanos wasn't a challenge, because we all know it was, but, like...
He just felt, what would you say, he felt more intimidating, just... It's
because, like...
It's that performance that captures you into that character.
Right, he's also more intimidating because you realize that Tony Stark and Banner created him.
Yeah.
Like, he came out of them, and then he half-killed Jarvis, which is a huge no-no. I was like, excuse you... And then that's when we also get Jarvis as a human
Right.
with the
As Vision.
yeah, and he
Yeah.
has the stone in his forehead, which leads to other events.
Yeah. Which.
And it just, I don't know, I feel like Avengers Age of Ultron, while at the same time like being its own movie, also kind of fueled the rest of the Avengers, because all in that time, like Vision was made, and because Vision was made, that's how that stone got on Earth, and
right.
like all that stuff, and which led Thanos even closer to Earth, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it just kind of like led everything to everything.
Totally. Oh man. So that's your number 8 or 7.
7.
7. Alrighty, my number 7, which I'm surprised it made it to the top 10. But like I said, as I was going through it, because I would say I judge these by like my how I feel about them overall, and my likes and dislikes and all that business. But okay, my number 7, Avengers: Infinity War. I don't know. I for sure thought it would be my top 5, but no, not really. I mean, I love Avengers: Infinity War. I really do. I will never forget watching in the theater with a couple friends and watching, spoilers. If you haven't seen it, why are you even listening to this podcast? But the snap. I mean,
Oh, I cried.
what a moment. What a fucking moment. Like, what an insane fucking moment. Because, in the trailer, it was like Gamora said, if he gets the stones, he could snap his fingers just like that. And the fact that we actually saw it, well, first of all, the build up to it, the fact that, this Wakanda battle and all this business, it really was a Thanos-centered movie. It really was a Thanos movie, honestly. Like, I truly believe it was a Thanos-centered movie. And collecting all those stones, throwing Gamora off of the whatchamacallit, the mountain, I guess. That was crazy. But the fact that they started off this movie killing off Asgards, and the fact that Loki straight up gets choked the fuck out, like, that was insane to me. I was like, oh,
that
shit.
Killed me.
And not only that, but the fact that he whooped Hulk's ass like it was nothing. And I was just like, Hulk comes in, it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be on. And then Thanos just grabs him by the arms and just like does all these like quick combat moves, and it's like, oh shit, like, oh shit, he just like slammed him onto the ground. And I love the fact that, you get that sense of like, Thanos is one bad motherfucker that you don't want to mess with. And the fact that the filmmakers had this need to like show that Thanos is not a person you want to be on the bad side. Like, you got a challenge when you face Thanos, and you felt that, and you felt like this, this threat to him or whatever. And how he was written and the dialogue portrayed brilliantly by Josh Brolin was just really great. And I'll be honest, when I first saw Avengers: Infinity War, I'll never forget just watching and looking at Thanos. I'm like, I can't even tell that's CGI. Like, that feels way too fucking real for me right now. Like, this is all CGI. That's fucking insane to me. Like, we've come this far with CGI that you can't even tell. Like, this is, oh my god. And
Yeah.
But the snap, I was like, and those are those kinds of movies where, if your movie isn't good and it ends on a tragic, like, and it ends on like a tragic moment, like a tragic ending or whatever, if your movie isn't great and you have that ending, it doesn't work. But the fact that Infinity War was so fucking good like that, and it ends on it just ends like that, like Empire Strikes Back, you have my heart. Like, I love when movies end on a tragic note, especially like if you stick the landing, good job. And Infinity War fucking did that for me, and I was just like, I couldn't be more excited for it. And the most mind-blowing thing to me, I'll never forget, and I don't know how the fuck, again, I don't know how this didn't leak either, but the biggest reveal to me was Red Skull. I was like, no, no fucking way. You just see his voice, you hear his voice, and you're like, that sounds so familiar. And then you see his face, and it's like, all those theories about him being, transported somewhere else. Oh my god. And seeing that character again. Granted, it wasn't played by the same actor, but damn, if you didn't look it up, you for sure thought the actor would have came back for it. But oh my god, he was it's just all great. It's all great. And Thanos' purpose is like, my planet died. I just thought we need to wipe out half of history, and the fact that he wins at the end of the day was great. And that whole battle scene on Titan with Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Nebula, the Guardians of the Galaxy, minus Gamora, was just so fucking insane. And and again, Captain America in this movie was great. I mean, the one line that sticks out the most for me in Infinity War is when they're all having that meeting, and Vision is like all fucked up or whatever, and they're all talking about the stones, and what's it called? Cap. I can't remember what the scenario was, but Cap eventually like replies. He's like, "We don't trade lives," and I'm like, that is such a Captain America fucking move. Like, I can't even. That's like the greatest line ever. And of course, the build up to the snap or whatever. Thor gets him or whatever, and Thanos is like, you should have gone for the head and snap. And I was like, oh, they fucking did it. And the fact that the movie ends right there, it made you feel like, yes, the Avengers won. Nope, he's still got a little energy left. Snap. I was like, you motherfuckers pulled it off. Like, holy crap, as if you weren't on the edge of your seat already watching this movie, and then the snap happens, and you watch all those characters dust. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. I mean, what a performance by Tom Holland. Oh my god. Like, I didn't cry, but you best believe I was dying inside. I was like, I can't even imagine being in Tony Stark's fucking, like, shoes right now. Just being like, because he told him in Spider-Man Homecoming, he's like, if you died, I'd feel like that would be on me. And you just see it in Tony Stark's face, and he's just like, and you hear Doctor Strange, Tony, there was no other way. I'm just like, God, dusted. Oh my God. That movie gives me goosebumps. Like, I just can't believe we saw that ending happen. I was like, man, and we only had to wait a year till Endgame, and we'll get into that later on, but goddamn. But yeah, Avengers Infinity War, that is number 7 on my list. Oh my
nice.
God. Oh. All right, Brittany, number 7 for you.
Number 6 for me.
Number 6, sorry.
Is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, what a good choice. What a good choice.
Yeah, I just like the origin story, because like it's a group of misfits who in any other time frame would have never come together, but they did, and they're a great team.
Oh yeah, totally. And that's about it.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Okay, so basically what I said early on or whatever, I guess. We're on number 6.
Yeah, number 6.
Holy shit. All right, number 6. Alrighty, here goes nothing. Number 6 on my list, Avengers Endgame. I'm gonna say it. Not even
number
my top
6.
5. Yeah, not even my top 5. I mean, we'll get into it later on. We'll talk about it. Don't worry about it. Number 6, Avengers Endgame. I purposely put it above Infinity War because, without going into spoilers just yet, like I said, we'll get into it later on, but non-spoilers. Endgame, look, Endgame, Avengers Endgame for me was so fucking satisfying. Like, you have no idea. Like, especially after seeing it a second time, god damn it, if this movie doesn't... Okay, first of all, if you haven't been keeping up with these movies from the very beginning, no matter how late in the game you've gotten in, like, if you're invested in it, like, invest in these characters and these stories and all this business, if you don't feel anything in this movie, and you, like, say, oh, this movie sucks or whatever, this is rare that I'll say it, but I don't see how you can't like this movie. Like, if you hate it or don't like it, I don't understand why. I will never understand why, because specifically if you've been there from the beginning, watching Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America's Progress, and all these movies, I don't understand how you don't feel connected in all these storylines that happen in it. Because, look, at the end of the day, when I look at this movie, Avengers Endgame is a personal story. Whereas with Infinity War, it's very action. It's very like, yeah, we can, like, if you watched the character movies, like, if you know the characters and you go into Avengers Infinity War, you're going to have a good time. It's a popcorn flick. It very much is. Whereas with Endgame, most of it is very personal. It feels like a personal movie. And it's fan service at its best. Oh my god, it is fan service at its best. And it's the best way. Like, there are details. There are, like, little details in it that, you know, if you've seen all the movies, you'll get this and this and this and this. And it's just like, and I've never been more satisfied with a movie ever than with Avengers Endgame. Like just walking out of it for a second time, I've never felt more satisfied with the way how it ended. And I'll get more into it, but I don't know. And, you know, the people who didn't like certain things, I liked it. I liked what they did with certain things, and I won't get into it. But I don't know. Avengers Endgame, I just walked away being like, that is the most satisfying fucking movie ever. And the fact that they wrapped it all up in this movie is just, oh my god. And honestly, if you had told me this was the last MCU movie, I would have believed you, because fuck does it wrap up all those other movies so damn well. But yeah, that's number 6. That's number 6 for me.
Cool.
Are we in the top 5 now?
We are.
We're in the top 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Would you like to go first?
All right, Brittany, hit me.
Oh, you want me to go first? The Avengers.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Do I need to explain or?
Go on. Come on, let's geek out. Let's geek out.
Hang on, I'm trying to remember.
Oh,
I'm getting tired.
Come on.
I'm sorry. The alcohol's worn off, so now I'm tired.
No. Come on. You can do it, Brittany.
So, I like the Avengers because I watched this earlier.
What was it like when you first saw it?
When I first saw it?
Yeah, what was that feeling when you first saw it? You walked out of the theater with friends or whoever you were with. What was it like for you?
I felt like a kid in a candy shop.
Damn right.
Because it's all these people that you see these origin movies for, like, come together and become one, and, like, just kind of like the Guardians, they kind of start off in a rough patch where it's just Tony and Captain America, and everybody else is kind of just off doing their own thing, and then Thor comes in thinking that we're, like, fighting his brother, which we were, but, like...
Right.
And, like, it has the appropriate amount of jokes, and the way that they assemble to, like, defeat the alien horde is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Because it's all in, like, a circle, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful movie that deserves to be at the top of the list no matter what.
Right. Totally.
even though you didn't put it at the top of your list.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. Because, yeah. All right. So, The Avengers, number 5 on your list. Goddamn. You know what? I got to say, I don't know. Hearing your list, I feel like it's more. I love your list, honestly. I really do.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. I mean, I'm so glad. Because I was afraid that we would, like, be on the same level. But the fact that ours is, like, so different from each other's, I love it. I love it so much.
We've literally disagreed on most of the movies we've seen.
Yeah,
so why did you think our list would be the same?
I don't know. I guess because I'm a guy who's, like, easy to please when it comes to comic book movies. So I guess
right.
I figured you'd be in that same boat, but I guess not. But I love your list, honestly, Brittany. I really do. Number 5. Wow, we're in the top 5. Number 5 for me, I gotta go with that first Iron Man movie. The one that kicked it all off. And, again, I was 2008. I was 12 when I saw that movie. And, you know, I remember as a kid just, you know, being on the Apple website. I think it was like QuickTime or something like that. And just rewatching that first teaser. I don't know what it was, but I was so interested in it. And I remember seeing it with my dad. And my dad was like, when they showed the post-credit scene, and Nick Fury was like, I want to, you know, start the Avenger Initiative. And my dad was like, you have no fucking idea what's about to happen. They're going to do the Avengers. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what that means or whatever. Like, I was into comic book movies, but I wasn't, like, in the source material or whatever. And the fact that, you know, it's crazy to hear those stories about how they didn't want Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. They wanted, like, somebody like Tom Cruise. And I just want to say, thank fucking God we got Robert Downey Jr. Because Tom Cruise, look, I saw the last Mission Impossible movie, and it wasn't for Tom Cruise. I went there for Henry Cavill, and that was about it. But it was still fun. But that first Iron Man movie, you watch it and watch it. It's just like you can't. It's a great origin story, and you love Tony Stark. You could see where he's coming from. You know, he's built mass destruction weapons or whatever, and then he comes to realize that maybe this isn't good. And the fact that one scene where he's in the Iron Man suit takes all those terrorists out, you just feel that he is, like, fucking pissed. Like, oh my God. Like, and prior to that, he was just watching, like, the news about how Stark Industries is, like, all this blah, 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 and you just see him, like, working on his glove or whatever, and he's like, he can't take it anymore, and he just goes after them. His motivation is great, and I really, truly loved it. Oh, my God. All right, number 4. Hit me, Brittany.
Thor: The Dark World.
See, this is what I've been waiting for. Why? I mean, oh my. Look, I still love your list, don't get me wrong, but I was literally thinking about this movie. I'm like, did she say where she put Thor: The Dark World? Because I wasn't paying attention, but I was like, maybe she said it earlier, and I just kind of ignored it. But number 4, really?
Yeah.
I just okay. You know what? Whatever. Do say why it's on number 4.
So,
did you rewatch this as well?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And I liked it because, and like it topped Thor and Thor Ragnarok because it was just more interesting. Like, first of all, they find these random ass holes that just transfer them to places. This girl decides to stick her hand in a fucking rock, which, what the fuck? Yeah. And then she gets the freaking, like, stone, the reality stone inside of her. Like, it's in her. That's the red ether. Is the stone.
The reality stone, yep. So, what I'm gathering is, this is number 4 because...
What?
What I'm gathering from what you're saying, it's number 4 because it's so stupid it's enjoyable? Is that what I'm hearing correctly, or I
No, I'm saying that Jane is basically the Marvel version of Lois Lane.
and it's number 4.
Yes,
Oh my god!
because
What?
listen.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
So she is the Marvel version of Lois Lane, but Thor and the villain make up for it, and she kind of makes up for being the Lois Lane of the Marvel universe because she kind of helps save Thor in the end with reversing the weird ass holes and everything. Like, it just intrigued me the whole entire while I was watching it. I was like, this is actually pretty interesting because, like, they're just falling and then they fall into a different asshole and then they fall again into another different asshole.
Oh my god.
Like, it just was so interesting, and I barely touched my phone during this movie. So, like,
wow.
Yeah, like, I like the villain. I like the fact that, I mean, at the time we didn't know the ether was the reality stone, but, like, literally she touched her hand to it. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, and then of course Thor comes to the rescue because the dude's like, I can't see her anymore, and Thor's like, what do you mean? And then he goes to find her. Blah 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 blah. Basically, it's a Lois Lane Superman story, but Marvel version, even though this version of Lois Lane is smarter because she actually helps Thor in a way.
Wow, I just the online fan community, if they heard you where you put Thor: The Dark World, they would be like, over Iron Man 3? That's like me saying Iron Man 3 is like my number 4. They're like, what the fuck? They would cry. Oh my god.
I get it that she's majorly stupid for even going and, like, why would you, like, it's a great movie because, not great, but, like, it's a good movie because of the villain and Thor itself, plus, like, Thor and Loki become partners in the end, and then in the end of that, you think Loki's dead, but he's not. Like, he actually turns into, what's his face? And,
Cap?
No, he turns himself into, the ruler of Asgard.
Oh, Odin.
Thor's father, Odin.
Yep.
And so, like, that's all interesting and stuff. The only downside of this movie is Jane.
Gotcha.
Because she's a fucking idiot.
Right.
But as much as she's a fucking idiot, she's also pretty fucking smart. Because she helps Thor win the battle in the end. So, like, this movie was, like, ups and downs all over the freaking place.
Yeah.
But that's what kept me intrigued, and I like to watch it. Am I going to watch it again very soon? No.
Gotcha.
But I will. It's not like I'm going to, like, somebody's like, hey, let's watch Thor: The Dark World, and I'd be like, ugh, I don't want to watch that. I'd be like, yeah, let's watch it, because I'd love to see people hop through holes that are non-existent.
Gotcha. You know what? You know what's also, you know what's a great scene in Thor: The Dark World?
What?
It's Loki's reaction when he finds out his mother just got killed.
Oh, yeah.
And he just
that was sad.
Faces the wall and lets out this energy blast that makes everything go around the room or whatever. It's just like you get that sense that you really shouldn't have done that, because now you just pissed him off. And, that, again, Thor: The Dark, it has its moments. That's the thing about these movies. The MCU movies, love them or hate them, they've got great moments. And even the worst moments, like, Iron Man 2, the suitcase Iron Man suit, it's pretty fucking dope. I'll admit that. And again, that's with all those other movies. But yeah, Thor: The Dark World, I've been waiting for you to say something about that. I'm like, there's no way it can be that high. Sure enough, it's that high. I've been waiting for it. It is. And I was like, am I crazy? Or is she, like, really going to put it up that high? I'm like,
maybe I'm just crazy.
Yeah, apparently it was. Wow, okay. Again, I love your list. It's so different. Like, I swear, I thought we would have, like, similar lists, but I guess not. All right.
We only had one thing that was similar.
And that was, like, what was it?
Guardians 2.
Yeah, okay. So we're on number 4 now.
For you, yeah.
All right, number 4 for me, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I mean, it's true when they say Captain America: The Winter Soldier is very much a political thriller. You know, another shocking value about that whole movie is you find out Hydra has been behind Shield for who knows since like the very beginning almost, and they've been
Mm-hmm.
keeping it undercover and whatnot, and that whole dynamic of you know Steve Rogers finding out that his best friend survived almost however long, and he's very conflicted. And this was the first movie the Russo brothers did. They went on to do this movie, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. And god damn it, this first movie that they did, oh my god, like, you want to talk about the best action fight scene, at least to me, in Captain America's Winter Soldier? Yeah, it's in that movie. It's where Bucky and Steve go at it for the first time ever in the streets. That
Mm-hmm.
shit is intense, and it's well shot, well choreographed, and all this business. I mean, I was on Instagram the other day, and somebody was so smart enough to be like, so I added the theme, the Prowler's theme from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse onto the fight scene for Winter Soldier, and for Winter Soldier when they both fight or whatever, and oh my god, it kicks ass so much. Like, that whole scene, and you do feel the wrath of Winter Soldier. Just like, whether it's, being on top of the car trying to kill them all. Who was it? Natasha, Steve Rogers, and Falcon, all in that car, and you just feel this wrath that the Winter Soldier has or whatever. And I remember back in the day, I was on YouTube, and one of my favorite YouTubers did a reaction or whatever, and I was like, y'all do realize Bucky is the Winter Soldier. And I don't know, if I could go back in time and take it back, I so would, because man, were people not happy when I commented on that. They were not happy about that. I was like, that's kind of when I realized, you know what, I should really not spoil that for people. I know it's the
Yeah.
comic book geek in us or whatever, but let's not ruin it for the average people or whatever. But still, that that reaction Steve gets, he's just like, Bucky? And Bucky's like, who the hell is Bucky? Straight up points a gun at Steve Rogers. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's very intense. And then that whole scene where Zoloff, the doctor from the first Avengers, was like, yeah, Hydra's been infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. since the very beginning or whatever. Just crazy to me. And again, Winter Soldier is just, it's a well thought out movie, that's for sure. It's a well thought out movie. It's very choreographed, and I love the beginning where he's like, on your left, just passing by Falcon, on your left. Oh, come on your left. Just, it's great. I loved it. And the beginning, the first mission that they go on that submarine, and I will never forget, you don't realize how strong Captain America is until you see him on that stealth mission, and he literally kicks a guy so hard he goes over the rail off the boat. I was just like, damn, Cap is like fucking, he is like a fucking super soldier or whatever. So yeah, that's number 4, Captain America Winter Soldier. Can't get enough. Top 3, here we go. Top 3, Brittany, you want to go?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
My number 3 is Iron Man.
Woo-hoo-hoo. All right.
This kind of ties in with like Iron Man 3 kind of, because like the reason why I like it is because like he goes, like, of course he's like this billionaire who thinks he's all that in a bag of chips, but then he gets like captured and he has to like learn real quickly that he is not all that, and like in order to escape he's got to like use his mind, and like any small step he could get like shrapnel lodged into his heart and he could die. So like it's just kind of one of those that he basically learned a huge ass lesson, but at the same time, learning that, you know, he is Iron Man and he needs to like help save the world and like all of this fun stuff. And like just watching it again, I was like, wow, like
Yeah.
forgot a lot of this happened because it came out in 2008. Like it
Yeah.
was a
That's.
long ass time ago. So when I rewatched it, I was like, holy shit, like I didn't remember some of this shit happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but
Oh man.
yeah.
This is gonna be intense. All right. Number 3 on my list. Gotta go with that first Avengers movie. Like, the first time I saw it was on the IMAX, and I'll never forget the excitement, the adrenaline, and how great the pace is. Like, it has its moments, its interactions, and you felt like this was an ensemble team. It didn't feel like anybody else's movie. It didn't feel like any of that, and the fact that they brought Loki as the main villain, great, perfect, and, you know, we don't like to talk about Hawkeye, but Hawkeye was whatever. We can forget about it, but look at all these characters and, learning about Bruce Banner being like, I try to, you know, attempt suicide, the other guy spit it out, and shit like that, and, seeing Hulk out or whatever for the first time on the helicarrier or whatever, so
Yeah.
great. Oh my god, him chasing Black Widow, fuck, what a great like shot. Just like, oh my god, so good, so good. And then you see Thor and Hulk fight for the first time, and that whole that running gag or whatever, where at the very end of the New York battle they take down one of those flying monster things or whatever, and
Yeah.
Thor and Hulk just like straight up punches Thor off to the side. Oh my god,
Oh yeah.
never have I laughed so hard in a movie theater than that moment. It was just, it's great. It's great ensemble, and the first time they do that spinning around the camera with all the characters or whatever, that amazing Avengers score, like, I mean, God, you hear about all these comic book people who've been reading, like my dad, for example. I bet
Mm-hmm.
you he never would have imagined we would get something like the Avengers ever. Like, I imagine he would never have thought we would get something that epic and awesome like that. The birth of the MCU and getting this whole scope and Avengers and going forward, like, what does it mean, and like, what's next? Like, oh my god. And I'll never forget going into what was it? I saw it the opening weekend, and I remember going back Monday morning or Monday on school or whatever, going back to high school or whatever, and everybody was talking about it. Everybody couldn't stop talking about it, and the whole excitement about it, and it was just, it felt amazing, just talking with your peers about it, just being like, remember when this and this happened, and da 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 da. It's great. And I don't know, again, my favorite scene from that whole movie is Thor versus Iron Man versus Cap, who later comes on in the fight. I love that whole dynamic, and when you know Thor strikes Iron Man with the lightning, and Jarvis is like, power at 400%, and Iron Man's like, well, look at that, just like
Yeah.
blast Thor or whatever, and when Captain America shows up and he's like, hey, that's enough, and Cap is trying to reason with Thor. He's like, I don't know what you want, and blah blah blah, and Thor's like, I need Loki, and blah blah blah. He's like, okay, you know what, you need to stop, why don't you put the hammer down? Tony's like, no, he likes his hammer, gets swapped back by Thor, and Thor is like angrily, like, just yells at him. He's like, you want me to put the hammer down? And he comes at Captain America, and Captain America just lifts up his shield, and bang, like, everything is decimated around them. Oh my god, that's the best scene ever in that movie. I don't care what anybody says. Like, that is my favorite fucking moment ever, and I'm just getting goosebumps just thinking about it. It just, oh my god, it's such a good fucking movie. It's just, I mean, my God, I can't, like, it's one of those movies where you'll never forget where you were the first time you saw it. And I'll never forget seeing it in the IMAX and just gushing the hell over it, just being like, wow, this is something. And that was the first time we saw Thanos at the post-credit scene. I remember just being like, I don't know who that is. And everybody's like, oh, that's Thanos. He does this and this and this. I'm like, oh, okay. It wasn't until later on that I got into comics. I'm like, oh, they're gonna do this. Okay. But yeah, that first Avengers movie, god damn it. What a fucking movie. What a fucking movie. Alright. Top 2. What you got, Brittany?
Avengers Infinity War.
Ooh, alright. Okay.
So Infinity War, because like it brought the most feels out.
Gotcha.
I was so sad. I was like, why would you do this to me? And like I was like, there's no way I could be sadder than this. Like, this is it. This is the peak sadness.
Yeah.
And like I remember I was seeing it with my at the time boyfriend, and like I was trying not to cry because like he didn't cry in movies, and so like it was like tiny tears coming out of my face.
Right.
But like I was like wiping them away really quickly.
Yeah.
It's like, especially when Spider-Man died. Oh my god. Like I was kind of like tearing up for everybody, but the moment I heard I don't feel so good, I was like, no, not my baby. No. And I just see him, and he's and like Tony's like, it's gonna be okay, and I'm like, no, please. Like, no. And then he just ends up going, and like that's when like the waterworks happened, and I was like, like it felt like I actually lost a child. It was
wow.
And like that was like not just for Peter Parker, but like for everybody, because like you're just seeing everybody's like sad emotions of like who they lost and like what they meant to them, and like even though some of them we only just recently met, you still have that like connection with them because you like technically we grew up with these people technically.
Right.
So like they basically became our family, and we just watched them all disappear. And so like it just like I couldn't speak the whole way home, and my boyfriend at the time, he was like, are you okay? And I was like, no, like I'm not okay. I'm like, this is actually a little bit worse than Hodor. Like
oh god.
I was like, I am not okay at all.
Okay.
And he was like, okay. And so like we kind of just like sat in my driveway for a bit while I just stared into the abyss until I got somewhat better to be able to walk inside. Like I was just like, I couldn't believe that they would actually like freaking do this. Like I was like, why are you disappearing half of your like freaking area? Like
yep.
So like that whole emotional roller coaster that I thought would not get worse.
Yeah.
I was completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Is why it's at number 2.
Oh man, okay. I have a question. So
okay,
it's well established we both love these movies. So for you, it hit you hard. Did you ever?
Very.
Okay, so it hit you hard, but you knew at the same time, you know, oh, he'll be back. But
yeah, that's what pissed me off, is because my boyfriend at the time was like, they're making another movie with them, so obviously they're going to be back. And I'm like, but that's later. Like, they're gone now.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, like I knew they were coming back. Like I'm not stupid.
But yeah.
But like,
okay, so it was that's amazing. The fact that the execution of it, the performance, got you, entranced you. It made you feel something.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, that is true.
Because like you grow up with these people. Like I mean, even though Tom Holland wasn't Spider-Man the whole time, you like we still grew up with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's just going and dying, we're like, excuse me.
The fact that he's a kid at the end of the day.
Yes.
He's just a kid, and
like
God, that. See, now I'm hurting inside. Just the thought of
exactly. Like that's what pissed me off so much though, is because like my boyfriend at the time was like, they're gonna come back, and I was like, no shit. But like I was like, but it happened now. They're gone now.
Yeah.
I'm sad now because they're gone now. I understand that Far Away From Home is coming out, and I understand that they're making another Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, I understand Gamora's there, and I understand Peter Parker's there, but we don't know how they're coming back.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
So, like, the whole fact that, like, we know they're coming back, but we don't know how is just, like, sad. And then plus they're already gone. So the fact that even, like, the people thought, hey, we could just get rid of these, no big deal, like, is saddening because the snap of the finger, because it's a snap of the finger at random. You don't know who's going to go. So, like, to me, I feel like some of the, like, writers just, like, rolled the dice with names and were like, they're dying.
Yeah. Well,
like, I just...
There's a great video, I think. It's Kevin Feige, you know, the one who runs the whole machine. And he was talking about, you can look on it on YouTube on Rotten Tomatoes, and he does talk about the decision of who should be dusted or whatever. And he was basically talking about, you know, we just felt we need to pick the characters that the audience is more, like, mostly attached to. And I just felt like, you know, that's good writing. Like, if you're trying to get some sort of emotion from your audience, take the characters that people love the most. And
I was crying.
You bet your ass people were, like, I was fucking surprised Black Panther went. I was like, no, he just got here. He just
Same with Spider-Man. I was like, what are you doing?
Just got here. What the fuck? And it's just like, but at the same time, I love it. It's so brilliant because Thanos is like 50%. Doesn't matter who it is. 50%. Gotta go.
Yeah.
I love that. And the first I loved how it happened too. Like, he snaps, white screen, and then, you know, you see Thanos, and then he goes away. Thor's like, "What did you do?" And he just disappears. And Cap is like, "Thor, where'd he go?"
See,
Then you hear Bucky, Cap, or Steve, dusted. Bam.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing that I hated, and I feel it, like, I hated it, but I also appreciate it as a filmmaker, because, like, if he would have snapped and they would have just all been dusted immediately, like, no, like, we'd still be sad, but it wouldn't have hit as hard as giving them a little time to get people's attention, like, hey, we're going away. Like, Bucky was like, Steve.
Yeah. You know what's awesome?
It's actually happening. Yeah. And then we see T'Chaka.
Yeah.
Never mind. That's not his name, is it? Fuck.
Yeah. And Okoye's face or whatever, she just watched him dust. That was...
I was like, what the fuck?
You know what was smart, though? At the end of the day, most of the people who survived are the original Avengers. I thought that... I didn't realize till after a second screen, I'm like, wait a minute. It's all the original Avengers minus, like, Rocket, Nebula, and certain other characters. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, I noticed that because I was like, why are they getting rid of all of, like, the newer characters? But then I realized that they're basically making it back down to the original Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got to assemble again.
Yeah.
To, like, come together and everything. And, like, it just, I don't know, like, it made me tearful. I didn't like it, but I also very highly appreciated it. Like,
right.
And then I also didn't like my boyfriend at the time. He was like, oh, just get over it. And I'm like,
you don't understand. Like, that's how you know you're, like, investing in the characters. And also, like, movies are great. Like, movies, that's the thing about movies. Like, if they can get you to feel something,
right,
it just, I love that. And so,
like,
just so
it'd be different if it was some movie that, like, nobody really knew about and was kind of just, like, one of those to, like, pass the time. But this is, like, a movie that we've invested a lot of money in to see, like, the past movies. Totally. We invested a lot of our time, a lot of our youth, basically, since, like, 2008.
Yeah.
To, like, freaking get this, like, ball rolling. And, like, the fact that we were, like, kids when this shit came out and now we're, like, freaking adults, like, we are fully invested in this shit. If you go to, like, each one of them in theaters, like, I have, like, sworn to do, and, like, it just, so when somebody dies or, like, something terrible happens, like, you feel for it because they become a family. Like, even though they're fictional characters and like they're not really real, blah 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 blah, like they become you and who you are because in a way they kind of shape you because like you want to
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
you kind of want to be like them and everything. So the fact that you're just basically watching them turn to dust is just
Yeah.
like heartbreaking. It's
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
losing a child or a family member. Like it just everything you knew and loved was just gone within a snap, and it's like
Yeah. It's
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 completely insane.
yeah, totally, totally. Alrighty. Well, my number two, gotta go with Black Panther, honestly. I dug Black Panther a lot. Like I was so invested in him the moment we saw him in Civil War. And he was great. I loved him. I loved him a lot. And see, the events after Civil War and him becoming king, and then you got the great Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. So damn great. I loved his motivation. Loved him as a character. He's not wrong when it comes to certain things. He's just going about it differently. I love the suit. I love the whole family. I love the fact that it wasn't about this end of the world kind of thing, and it was very centered on Wakanda, and the fact that
Yeah.
Wakanda is like, not isolated with the whole world, and this whole deep, meaningful movie, and plus it's directed by the great Ryan Coogler, who, for those who don't know, Ryan Coogler directed Creed, and Creed is like in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. And I loved Creed, and I'll never forget hearing the news that he's going to direct Black Panther. I was like, you have me already. I love this character already. The fact that you got Ryan Coogler, sign me the fuck up. And he did not disappoint. Everything mattered. I loved everything. The suit, the motivation, the one scene that kills me the most is like, finding out the truth that T'Challa's father, basically killed Killmonger's father, who was basically
Yeah.
his brother. So he was like, don't tell anybody this. And I love that the best scene of Black Panther is when he goes to the afterlife and he's like, why did you hide this kid from us? Why didn't you bring the boy home? And T'Chaka was like, it just wouldn't have worked. I wasn't, it's just different rules and all this business, making excuses, and T'Challa just breaks and he's like, you are all like, no more. You turned your back on your people, and you know what? No more. Turn your back on your own people.
Yeah.
I do not let this dictate how I rule things or whatever. And just like, you get what he wants. Like, seriously, it's just so fucking heartbreaking to the fact that, you had that scene of like father and son just like trying to become king, and he doesn't know how to be king. Like, he knows how to be king, but at the same time he's trying to live up to the values, but he's trying to figure out what kind of king does he want to be. Does he want to be the one separated? Like, he'll keep it, but then he's realizing like the old ways are not the same. It can't be that way. And by the end of the movie, he's like, we're going to open our doors to the rest of the world. No matter what happens, we're going to do this. And oh my god, and the theater reaction going into that movie, it was the best like theater experience I've ever gone in, with the audience and all that business and all this cheering and whooping. And I'm just like, I fucking dig this movie a lot. I saw it twice, and it's definitely, I definitely own this movie on digital because I love it so much, and I love those characters. I love this new world that we dive in, and this whole culture and all these characters, and it's just like, and the fact that this movie made $1 billion is truly a beautiful thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's truly beautiful. And seeing, fans' reactions and saying, this is like, we're finally represented. It's just like, fuck yes you are. Like, yes you fucking are. Like, oh, Black Panther, like, never thought I'd make $1 billion, but god damn it, they made such an incredible movie that I can't put it past like for it to be like my second favorite movie because I was just so entrenched in that world, and it was very self-centered. Like I said, it was very much they kept inside. It wasn't about the end of the world. It kind of was, but at the same time, it was very self-centered. Like you would have thought this was a Phase 1 movie almost, and it was a pretty good movie. And oh my god, everything was just so great. I cannot give enough love to Black Panther. Oh my god. Alrighty, drum roll for number 1, Brittany.
It's really not that big of a surprise, but Endgame.
Without spoiling it.
Oh,
What? We'll get to it.
I mean,
we'll get to it.
Everything I liked about it is spoilers.
Okay. I mean, we won't get to it, but how do you feel about it overall? Like, don't give anything away. We'll get to it.
So, like I said when I was explaining Infinity War, I thought it was like the most emotional movie I was going to experience, and then Endgame happened. And like, I cried harder in this movie than I have ever cried in my life.
God.
Ever. Like It was full face, like, was wet from my tears. And like,
ugly crying. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, I don't ugly cry, but sure.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
like okay, how do I explain this? So,
I know it's hard.
well, I was spoiled, okay, because
You and me both.
I made the mistake of going on Instagram.
Yep, same here.
Because
same here.
Well, because all of my friends promised that they wouldn't like post about Endgame or anything like
Fucking
that.
bastards. Yeah.
Well, none of my friends did.
That's good. But still,
like
you go on that Explore page or whatever.
No, back when Infinity War came out, and after I saw it, I decided that instead of relying on the Explore page to show me stuff, I just followed the hashtag Infinity War.
No.
Yeah. And so while I was scrolling, there was a fan art of the end of the movie.
Oh no. Oh.
And like, I quickly like threw it down, threw away my phone, and by that time it was just too late. Like, I already saw it, and I was like, maybe this isn't true. Like, maybe something else happens.
Yep.
No, it was true.
Yeah.
But like, even though it's true, it like still hits you really, really hard.
Because when you see it in context, yeah.
Yeah, like
totally.
It
broke you.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
It just. Like, I walked out of the theater like, what the fuck did I just see?
Yeah.
And then I immediately went onto Instagram to see what everybody was talking about, because, like, now I finally get to see it without being like, ugh, spoilers.
Right.
But, like, it's so strange because nobody is really talking about the end of the movie, which is the saddest part. They're all talking about...
We'll get to that. I'm curious what part you mean, because to me, there's two different ending parts to me. But we'll get into that. We'll get into it in just a bit. But yeah, overall, it's your number 1.
As of right now. But, like, we still have, like, Spider-Man Homecoming coming out and Guardians of the Galaxy, so, like, we don't know.
Right now. But do you think that'll change? Like, do you think that your number 1 will change anytime soon?
It... Depending on how Far From Home goes, because I doubt Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be anywhere near my top 5. Right. But like, I've seen speculations about what's going to happen in Far From Home, and if it does, it's going to hurt me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, extremely bad, because my child is going to get hurt, and I am not prepared for it.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you know the speculation I'm talking about?
I think so, yeah. I believe so, yeah, but we'll get into that. All right, to close out this ranking system, my number 1, if you haven't put it together, it's Captain America Civil War. I mean, first things first, before I get into it, I'll never forget why I love this movie so much, among other things. I remember at the time I was living in the mountains, and, you know, again, we had a theater, but only had 2 screenings. And I remember I wanted to see Civil War so much, and that was the year. 2016 was like, literally felt like the year of superheroes fighting each other. Like, we literally had a fight between Supergirl and Martian Manhunter on Supergirl. We had Daredevil versus Punisher on season 2 of Daredevil. We had Batman v Superman, and then we had Civil War. And it was like, it was crazy. And I remember the build up to it. But the thing I'll always remember most about Civil War is taking my mom to go see it. And my mom had always taken me and my brother at the time to go see those Spider-Man movies, those Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. And I was like, Mom, we should go see Civil War, Captain America Civil War. She's like, I don't like Marvel. I always took you guys to go see those Marvel movies, but I'm not interested in it. I'm like, no, you don't understand. We gotta see it. Because I think before that, I did see it. And I think I saw it alone first. And I was just like, I was a fucking mess. I was like, I hate everything about this, but I love it so much because, god damn it, there's this beautiful storytelling. And I took my mom to go see it, and I'll never forget walking out of the theater. She was like, oh my god, I gotta see. She was like, oh my god, that was so good. I was like, if you really want to get invested in it, go watch the other movies. That's the beautiful thing about Civil War. Like, if this was your first MCU movie, what a great way to start off. Like, you're not lost at all. Sure, you don't know the backstories, but you understand what's going on, the conflict, and all this business. But I loved it because of the fact that, where Captain America stands in this movie, he would have never been on the side of the government. He would have been on the side of the government if we met him in the first Avengers. Whereas with Tony Stark, he would have been against the government, and he would have just like. But the fact that we've seen this development through these two characters, it's just beautiful. And that whole airport scene, god damn it, that was something to behold. And the first introduction to Spider-Man. I remember, again, as I've said on this show before, I remember when they first announced Sony and Marvel are making a deal to have Spider-Man and Captain America Civil War. I was like, great. Totally forgot about it. I heard the casting. I was like, okay, that's good. I don't know him, but that's good. Marvel can't do any wrong. And then they introduced Black Panther, and I was like, all right, Black Panther, awesome. And then we saw marketing, and I was like, ooh, this Black Panther character, I'm all on board. And sure enough, and all I saw the comments was like, where's Spider-Man? Show me Spider-Man. And so, sure enough, that second trailer comes out, and at the very tail end of the fucking movie, I'll never forget being like, holy shit, that's the eyes are moving. Oh my god, the eyes are moving. Holy shit, they're doing it. And then sure enough, Civil War comes, and I'm like, okay. And by the end of the movie, I was like, all right, that was truly incredible. Black Panther was my favorite new character or whatever. But I was talking to a friend, but I was like, but we gotta talk about Spider-Man for a minute. Like a good 2, maybe an hour or so, because I was like, I literally said, this was like the Spider-Man I've been looking for. And all the other movies that I've seen, it's like, yeah, Spider-Man is a cool character. I like him a lot and whatnot. But I never really cared for the character, and I've always kind of been like, I guess there was that dying need of like, I would like to see a Spider-Man who's a teenager, who's in school. And the fact that we got that in Civil War, I was like, oh my god, the first time, Queens, and the introduction to Tom Holland as Spider-Man. And he's like, when you can do the things that you can do, and all this business. And I'm like, God, I was like, this kid, like, oh my god, I was like, this. And then he puts on the suit, and he's being all Spider-Man, and I'm like, God, this is the Spider-Man I've been looking for. And even my mom was like, yeah, this is like, she's like, finally, a Spider-Man I like. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. And I'm like, I don't care. fuck the nostalgia. Tom Holland is my Spider-Man. Forget it. No questions asked. Like, forget it. I like the other Spider-Man, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to personal choice, Spider-Man, Tom Holland all the way. Like, I can't unsee it. And Black Panther, I loved Black Panther. I love the fact that this dude was on a mission to murder Bucky. Like, oh my god, like, you could not stop him. And that's the great thing. That's what people don't understand. It's like, when you go into Black Panther, everybody's like, well, I liked him better than Civil War. Well, yeah, because, T'Challa's mindset was in a different zone. Like, he was out for blood for Bucky. Like, and in Black Panther, he's all calm and he's going to be the king, he's, and whatnot. But the moment where, because I remember watching the movie, towards the third act is coming up, right? And they go to find Baron Zemo or whatever, and I'm like, wait a minute, if Iron Man's cool with Bucky and Cap, I'm like, then where's I was like, they must have cut it out. I'm like, why doesn't it? And then Baron Zemo was like, yeah, you thought I would like reanimate all the super soldiers? No. And he plays that footage of Bucky murdering the Starks. And I was like, no. Oh my god. I was like, this is not going to end well. And then Tony is looking at Steve. Steve holds him back. He's like, he didn't do it. He didn't mean it. It wasn't him or whatever. And Tony just asked, did you know? He asked Steve Rogers, did you know? And Steve doesn't really want to answer. He's like, did you know? And Steve being the good-hearted person that he is, he's just like, I did. And, Tony, Robert Downey Jr., giving that awesome performance, just looking away. He takes a deep breath and he's like, okay. Slaps the shit out of fucking Captain America and goes straight for Bucky. I was like, oh my god, you're killing me now. I was like, just when I thought it couldn't get worse, it did. And so, Captain America just trying to calm down Tony. Rather, he's just throwing his fist at him, just being like, he didn't mean it. And Tony, at this point, we know Tony. And it just proves that Tony never got along with his father. You saw in the beginning. And Steve was like, it wasn't him. He didn't mean it. And Tony's like, I don't care. He killed my mother. And I'm just like, God fucking damn it. Like, I was like, you're just fucking, like, I just can't. Like, you want to talk about man tears. Like, oh my God. And then that whole finish, like, Captain America getting the upper hand, just driving that shield into the arc reactor. I was like, that's Captain America. Because Captain America would never fucking kill his best friend. Not like that. He just wanted to keep him in check. Just wanted him to calm down, but he couldn't get him to calm down. To the point where Tony was like, that shield doesn't belong to you. It belongs to my father. And then Cap just... This is why Captain America is the greatest fucking character in the MCU. Just drops that fucking shield like, fine. Fuck it. I can't anymore. And just, oh my god, I could gush over Civil War all fucking day. Just everything about that movie is just fucking perfection. It is, at least in my eyes, the masterpiece of the MCU in my eyes. Just because of the development between Tony and look how far those two characters have came, and god damn it, such a good fucking storyline. Such like I even like Baron Zemo. I like that at the end of the day. He wasn't this like, yeah, I'm going to take on the Avengers. He even said it himself. He was like, I couldn't take on the Avengers. So I thought of, what could I do? Why not just separate them? I was like, god damn, you fucking... Oh, that was so good. That was so fucking good. But yeah. Alrighty. So that is our MCU ranking real quick. If I can find my phone. Whatever my phone is. But Brittney, you want to go from 22 to number 1? Starting from the bottom. Just a recap of your top 22 MCU ranking list.
Sure. Let me open it again.
Alrighty.
While I'm opening this, I will say that I have to go to bed soon because I forgot I had a final tomorrow at 11:30.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could, well, you know what? I guess we can, well, we are over 2 hours long, so, you know what? Next week, we'll talk Avengers Endgame, because chances are I'm going to see it a third time. So.
And Game of Thrones.
And Game of Thrones.
Unless you want to talk about that now.
You want to talk about it real quick?
I gotta get up at 9, so if you want to do it like really, really quick.
Okay.
We can.
But real quick, I'm going to go through my list real quick. All right, so number 2, just a recap. Number 22, Iron Man 2. Number 21, Thor the Dark World. Number 20, The Incredible Hulk. Number 19, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Number 18, Ant-Man. Number 17, Captain Marvel. Number 16, Avengers Age of Ultron. Number 15, Iron Man 3. Number 14, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 13, Thor. Number 12, Thor Ragnarok. Number 11, Doctor Strange. Number 10, Captain America the First Avenger. Number 9, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 8, Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 7, Avengers Infinity War. Number 6, Avengers Endgame. Number 5, Iron Man. Number 4, Captain America Winter Soldier. Number 3, The Avengers. Number 2, Black Panther. And number 1, Captain America Civil War.
Alright, and my recap, I'm going to start at 1 and go all the way to 22.
Gotcha.
Is Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Iron Man, Thor the Dark World, The Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers Age of Ultron, Iron Man 3, Captain America Civil War, Captain America Winter Soldier, Ant-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Doctor Strange, Captain America First Avenger, Thor Ragnarok, The Incredible Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Iron Man 2, and Captain Marvel.
Alrighty, real quick, before we send off, let's talk Game of Thrones. The Battle of Winterfell. Alrighty.
I couldn't see a damn thing.
Okay, so, yeah, for me, personally, that's what I've been hearing, and granted, I feel the same way, but at the same time, I can totally see or whatever, but where do I even begin? I'll just say very fucking intense. Like,
yeah,
it was so fucking intense. I could not, like, it just when I thought, like, I just loved how the writers were like, yeah, we wanted to give the audience this sort of hope, so when the Red Queen comes along and lights the Dothraki's, like, swords or whatever, I want to give them that hope, and then just take it away just like that. And I was like, that's fucking genius. But yeah, after that, it just kept getting fucking worse, and I just wouldn't fucking stop. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. Like, it was a damn good episode. I wouldn't say it's the best, like, Game of Thrones battle ever. No, I still feel like Battle of the Bastards is the best epic battle of Game of Thrones, because you can't tell me that last scene between Jon Snow and Ramsay Bolton, and, you know, Jon Snow blocking all those arrows from Ramsay, and then finally getting to him, just knocking him out, just fucking wailing on him. I'm just like, there'll never be a great moment, but I would say this is definitely, like, second best battle of Game of Thrones, because it's very intense and very, like, it's survival horror. It's like, you didn't know who was gonna go. Sure, I would love to see, like, more characters that we love, like, are connected to get chopped up or whatever, but, and I'll be honest, that fucking last scene, I should have seen it coming, but this episode is so fucking good, you totally forget about Arya. You totally forget about it. That's what I loved about it most, because this episode kept you on your edge, and the fact that Arya was the one to kill the Night King, I was like, grabs her in midair, I was like, no, and then drops the sword, stab, I was like, oh, my girl, oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, I was excited and frustrated. I was frustrated because half of the fucking battle I couldn't see shit.
Right.
At all. And I'm like, you expect us to be excited about this shit, but we can't see anything.
Right.
And they actually like commented on it, and they were like, we're trying to go for a realistic aspect. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. The freaking TV show with dragons and zombies?
Right.
Yeah, let's go with a realistic non-lit set. Good job.
You want to know what's a realistic fucking scene or whatever? Jon Snow getting buried by like tons of fucking bodies, and you just hear him gasp and shit like that. That was fucking realistic as hell. But
yeah,
not being able to see what was going on, yeah, I'll totally give those people like the credit. Like, yeah, I'll admit some of the stuff I couldn't see shit. I don't understand.
Yeah, they were going for like a realistic part of the time, whereas like when it gets dark, you can't see anything, and I'm like, that's great for them, but we pay for HBO, we want to see what we're fucking seeing.
Yeah, exactly.
But once you could see what like things that were happening, it was like brilliant. Like Arya and my friend called that the crypt people were gonna wake up, and like when I saw Sansa like getting like ready to fight some crypt people, I was like, yes, fight your father. Like I was so ready.
Yeah.
But then it didn't happen, and they kind of just all fell.
Yeah. The crypt thing, I didn't realize. I thought that was like the fucking smartest thing ever. I was like, of course. He's raising the dead. It's not just the people who just died. It's every fucking dead body. Like, that was awesome. And I don't know about you, but the moment that Tyrion and Sansa pulled out knives and they held hands, I was like, are they about to commit suicide right now? Cause
oh dang, I thought they were about to kiss.
That too. That's what I felt.
Because like
too.
They had a moment before where she was like, you were the best out of all of them, and he was like, that's kind of sad, but like he really is, like he truly is a really good person.
Oh my god, yes.
But like I was like, I get that he's like majorly older than her, but at the same time, like I could see it, because like I mean, Arya slept with what's his face, so like they obviously don't care about ages here, and she was already married to him at one point, so like really like just keep doing it, you know, because like y'all seem to have a connection. Go for it.
Yeah, I've never been like horrified or scarred or just felt more uncomfortable than the Arya sex scene. I was just like, oh god, no.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I've never.
I was excited. I was like, finally, they got together.
That was like, oh my god, that's so fucking weird. We saw her as baby Arya, and now she's adult, and it's just like, I get it. A woman needs priorities, but God,
she didn't want to die a virgin.
That's true. I mean, I'll give her that credit, but God, that was uncomfortable. I'm just glad. I will say, I'm proud for the character, but at the same time, I am so glad they didn't lean into the sex scene or whatever. I'm glad that Maisie Williams had the control of how much of the sex scene she wanted to go with, and oh my God, good on her. And I'm glad they didn't show much. Thank God. But still, that was just like, I don't want to see her butt. I don't want to see it. Good Lord. I don't want to see
So
her
you acted like a father.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm acting like. I didn't want to see that. I don't need to see that image. God, no. Good Lord. But yeah. So yeah, you would say Game of Thrones, very satisfied how it's going, or what?
Yeah, I like how it's going so far. Like, a lot of people thought that they were going to lose in the beginning. And then they'd have to like refight them again towards like in King's Landing. But I was like, no, I feel like they're gonna win, and then it'll be the fight for the throne because it's against Jon Snow, Daenerys, and the Mad Queen.
Yeah.
Or Cersei's. And like, so I knew that was gonna be like the last final battle. But like everybody's like, no, they're gonna fail against the like Snow King, and then it's going to be a battle between all of them. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, this is just the pre-arc before the actual, like, shit happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, I mean, they had to finish his storyline before they could finish everybody else's. And
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I appreciate where it's going. I don't like the fact that they're using realistic lighting, even though they have fucking dragons and zombies. Like, just show us what you want us to see. We're paying for HBO. Show us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, like, out of the hour-long episode, like, I could see maybe, like, 20 minutes of it completely. Because, like, it was either in the crypt or it was like inside where inside had candles. And I'm like, guys, we want
Yeah,
to see what's going on.
totally, totally. Yeah,
So,
yeah. Game of Thrones. So far, I'm satisfied. I love the first two episodes. I love that little build up, and then that I'll just say this. I was telling a family member that I think no matter what happens, nobody's gonna be satisfied how this show ends. Nobody's gonna be
uh,
satisfied.
if
You,
Jon Snow takes the throne, I'll be satisfied.
yeah, and that's the thing. I'm kind of worried about. I'm like, it's Game of Thrones. You, I mean, if you want to
I
end an
mean,
unhappy note, like, look, we've been through 8 seasons of hell. Sure, why not? Give us the happy ending, but still, it would be amazing. Like, I'll be satisfied either way what happens. Like, because I'm easy to please or whatever, but it'll take a lot to really piss me off of how the show ends, but still, I can just foresee in the future nobody's going to be satisfied with how the show ends.
see, I have a feeling that it's either going to be Jon Snow or somehow, some way, like, if Jon Snow wins it, I think he might hand it over to Sansa.
Ooh, oh, okay.
Because,
I would.
like, Jon Snow doesn't want to rule. Like, he didn't even want to be king of the North. Like, why would he want to be king of
Yeah,
everyone?
that's we don't deserve.
But, like,
We don't deserve Jon Snow.
I feel like the more he gets to learn Daenerys, the more he's not going to really want
Yeah,
him, I mean, her to be a ruler. And, like, nobody even ever wants Cersei to rule.
yeah,
So I think he's going to hand it over to Sansa because she's already told Daenerys that Winterfell is not bending the knee to anybody.
right. Yeah,
And I think that's
oh,
what's going to be the turning point is because the last time somebody said that they weren't bending the knee to her, she killed them.
yeah, straight up.
So yeah, so she's basically saying Sansa's basically saying that she's not her and her people are not bending the knee to her. So if comes to John's like, hey, your sister's not bending the knee to me, like
Yeah,
she's gonna have to be taught a lesson. John's gonna be like,
yeah,
no.
yep, yep, yep.
So I think like once he learns Daenerys and how she truly acts and like it's like her way or no way, like he's gonna be like, that's not what a ruler should be. And so
Yeah,
and he's
totally.
like, but I don't want to be a ruler, so I think he might give it to Sansa in the end.
That's what I love about Jon Snow. He was taking so much shit. They're like, you were the king of the North. He's like, I didn't fucking want it. Motherfuckers,
Exactly.
I had to go save, other people and shit. My
Exactly.
God, he's just
Can,
like, he's trying to get through these like thick-skulled people. It's like, you don't fucking understand. Fuck who rules the land. We got
yeah.
fucking the dead coming for us. And oh my God, what's her name? Oh, what's the queen, the little queen, the kid, the woman? Oh my God, what's her name? The little girl who took out the giant.
Oh,
Oh my God,
I don't know her name, but I know who you're talking about.
that was fucking brutal. But that was
Yeah.
amazing how she took out the giant. I was just like, if you're gonna go out, you might as well take out the biggest thing they got.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, I felt terrible and screaming at that giant, just like, oh, I don't like this at all. And then boom, just like, God damn it, fuck. She was, that actress deserves like more roles in the future. Oh my God, I would love to see her
Could,
in more stuff.
can you imagine if I guessed the end of Game of Thrones right now?
Yeah,
Like, with the whole giving it to Sansa thing? Like, I'm just gonna be sitting there watching, and if he does it, I'm gonna be like, I fucking knew it.
right.
Because, like, it's really hard to explain. I don't know why, but, like, sometimes I just guess things, and
Yeah,
they happen.
yeah, yeah,
Like with Chuck, I was like, he's God. And, like, everybody was like, no, he's
yeah,
not. And I'm like, yes, he
yeah.
is. And they're like, no, he's not because he died. And I'm like, he did not die. He vanished. Vanished is different from dying. Like, it's
Yeah,
not.
totally,
And
totally.
and then he became God. Spoiler for Supernatural. Sorry.
Yeah, which reminds me, I have to watch the season finale. Ugh,
Same.
I'm so ready for it. I'm just like, I knew it was gonna happen, and I'm surprised
Yeah.
they didn't show Mary's body at all. I'm surprised they didn't see her like turn to dust or whatever. I was very surprised by that. But yeah, Alrighty, we're gonna wrap things up. We're gonna let Brittany sleep, and
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. Next week, gonna talk Avengers Endgame.
Oh, I've got a lot to talk about.
Oh, you and me both. Oh my god. So next week, Avengers Endgame. Hopefully y'all have seen it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode. That's spoil your appetite for this week. I'm Tristan.
And I'm Brittany.
And you've just been spoiled.